Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm here in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Right in front of the Ho Chi Minh statue, which is in front of a building that I have no idea what it's called. I tried to ask a couple of people out here what the building is called. They had no idea as well. Some of the people started to laugh because they didn't know what I was talking about because they didn't understand English. At the same time, other people I asked, some of them said that it's the Opera House. There was one dude who was with his girlfriend. I asked him, dude, what's this called? He's like, my girlfriend asked me the same thing and I have no idea what it's called. So we're gonna Google him and I'm gonna put the description somewhere here so that you guys know at least where we're standing right in front of the building, what it's called. Moving on. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why you haven't been able to get a girlfriend, the 10 mistakes that you've been making in your game while talking to a girl, which repulses her from you, which makes her not want to talk to you, not want to continue the conversation or go on dates with you, and as a result, not continue the relationship or get in a relationship with you. So let's begin today's video. Let's go. Welcome back boys. If you do not know who I am, my name is Kshitij and I teach you guys about dating advice, personal development and how to build your Iron Man lifestyle, your dream lifestyle. Also, before we begin this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, spank it, smash it, demolish it so that we can get on with the video and you can be updated about more videos like these where I'm going to be going to different places, traveling this year and be making more videos like these. Also, leave in the comment below what you want me to talk about next. So coming back to the video where I tell you about the top 10 mistakes that you've been making why you haven't been able to get a girlfriend. The number one reason why people haven't been able to get a girlfriend is because they do not go out and talk to people. They feel that if they just sit around, there's gonna be some girl who's gonna come around and they're gonna be chilling if it's meant to be, if the law of attraction is there, amongst all the other bullshit excuses that people make to just be passive, to not confront their fears, to not take hold of their life. So what people do is they relax, they chill at their house and they feel that, if I'm gonna sit here normally like this, there's gonna be someone who's made for me and she's gonna pop out from I don't know where and they're gonna be getting the girl to get married to, get a girlfriend, lose her virginity, something like that. Basically not taking enough action to do something about it, but just waiting for the universe or God or something for it to happen. If you're one of those people that believes that, that's 100% bullshit. You will not be getting anything if you do not get off your ass and take some action. If you do not get up, go out, talk to people, get enough leads, get it going. Till then, you will not be able to. Hello. Yes. Can you tell me what the building is called? No, can you tell me name of the building? Name? Building name? Ho Chi Minh statue? Behind it? Name? Building? Do you know the name? No? No? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the solution to that is that you start going out, start talking to people, do something about your life. See, the thing is that God or the universe doesn't do anything till the time you cannot go out and do something for yourself. There's that quote in Bollywood, in some movie that I saw, जहाँ पे बोला गया था कि, कि भगवान के भरोसे मत रहो, ठीक है, क्या पता भगवान तुम्हारे भरोसे बैठा हो. I think it was Sacred Games or something. Alright, so start going out, start getting shit done. If I were in college, so I was a virgin till 22, alright, so if I were in college and I would have waited for it to happen, I don't know kab ho raha hota. So even now, I know so many people who are still virgins who do not have a girlfriend and they believe that if they just do their thing, if they just they just chill, they're gonna meet someone, apne aap hi she's gonna come from somewhere and she's gonna approach them. Also, another thing, what people do is, they go to a club, they're like, bro, I just stand and what has happened is, every time, I've had girls come up and talk to me. Definitely that's gonna happen if you're good looking. Not all the time, but that's gonna happen like once in 6 months. So what people do is, they go to the club, they chill, relax, hold a beer in the hand, stand like this. And then, saal mein ek baar ya do baar, once in a year or once in 2 years, some girl comes up to them and approaches them just because they're good looking. And because the girl has approached them, they believe that this is how a girl is gonna come up to them. And these are the kind of people that you do not want to listen to. Because these are the kind of people, if they see you approaching or if they see you do something about your life, they're gonna pull you down and they're gonna tell you things like, bro, just be cool, man. Why do you have to do this, bro? And white knight and shit, alright? So, what you want to do is, you want to go out there, you want to get shit done. Now, this strategy is not a foolproof strategy because you're not in control. You do not have any ability to go up and talk to someone if you see someone out there that you really like, you're intrigued by, you want to develop a relationship with or you want to get to know better. Okay, so this is something which is completely dependent on someone else. This is something which is not in your control. So everything that I teach here on the channel is about getting the control back in our hands and going out there and doing shit that we want to do. if you're that kind of a person who hasn't done all this stuff, I'd urge you to go out there and get this local of control into yourself and be autonomous with this shit. Now, another issue with this problem is that, you know, it might work for the good looking guys, but what if you're not good looking? What do you do then? What if you just stay at your house? What if you don't even go out? What the fuck do you do then? So the solution to that really becomes cold approach. It becomes to go out there, start meeting people, okay? Meet them in public places, meet them in bars and clubs and Starbucks. At the same time, you can do social circle game. What that means is you learn how to talk to people in your workplace, you learn how to talk to people like in your friend circle as well, but it needs to be like a new friend circle, otherwise you're going to be alienating your friends. Also, you could join things like yoga workshops or dance classes or spirituality stuff, anything where there are people that are going together. Or if you're traveling, you could start staying in hostels. But at the same time, you will have to start those conversations. You will have to do something from your side, and rather than wait for other people to come and approach you. Got it? Coming to reason number 2. Maybe you meet a girl, maybe you go out there, maybe you meet someone. Now what you start to believe is that you start to think that your girl is special. Game is not gonna work on her. It'll work on every girl out there, okay? But Kshitij bro, you know, you don't understand. This girl is special. She's बहुत amazing है. She's like Marilyn Monroe. She's like Scarlett Johansson. She's the Aishwarya Rai, bro. On her, game doesn't work, bro. Alright? Like really, I'm telling you, game doesn't work, bro. No matter how many videos you make for me, you know, you haven't met any girl like this. I know that you've been coaching for the past 3 years of your life. I know that you've been going out for the past 8 years. You've approached over 10,000 people, but I'm sure, like, you know, you haven't met any girl like this. Anytime you start to believe that this thing is called the snowflake syndrome, that, you know, this advice is gonna work here, but it's not gonna work with me in this particular situation. At the same time, the same thing goes in business as well. People believe that a lot of business advice is gonna work in one particular type of business, but it's not gonna work in some other kind of a business. Anytime you get stuck in this snowflake syndrome, anytime you start to feel that your girl is special and game's not gonna work, what you're doing is you pedestalize the girl. What that means is you place her on a pedestal. Like Ho Chi Minh is on a pedestal, alright, right behind me, so we feel he's above us. Alright, so you start to believe that the girl is above you. And anytime you start to believe the girl is above you, you're gonna get needy and you're gonna repulse the girl. She's not gonna like it. You're gonna not be your normal, usual self, your awesome personality that you are in front of your friends, the amazing personality that you've developed by going out so much and talking to people. You meet a girl who you pedestalize, you just like, oh my god. Now you start doubting yourself, low self-esteem, low self-worth, you feel you're not good enough for her, and she's already pedestalized, she's special. No girl is special. No. Every girl goes to shit. She's not special. She's not Kim Jong-un. She shits out of a butthole. Alright, not everyone is Kim Jong-un. Get it? She's not special. Stop treating a girl as special till the time you do not know her. If you meet a girl, you've spoken to her, you've gone on a date, you've had sex, you're in a relationship, she might be special to you now. But even then, you want to, you know, develop your own autonomy and rather than be dependent on the girl and get needy and clingy with her. So do not pedestalize her. Do not feel that this girl is special, this thing won't work on her. If game works on one girl, it's gonna work on another girl. Alright? And also it's not game, it's just personal development. It's just your amazing personality that, you know, you're talking to a girl, you're talking to her with all the principles in mind, you know, not being needy, you're being funny, you're being amazing, all these things. Alright? This is like very basic level stuff. Okay? This works on everyone. Human beings, it'll work on human beings. It's attraction. It's the same for everyone. If you're a man and she's a woman, it's gonna happen. Simple. Shut up. Point number 3. Now here what happens is, you think that the girl is not special. You think you're special. You think all the dating advice that I tell people here on the channel will work for everybody. But you're someone special. You have gone through shit that no one else has gone through. You believe that you're someone who has a certain level of problem that I have never heard of before. You think and you believe that the problem that you're facing, you're the only person in the entire world that's facing those problems. But that's not true. In personal development, there's this code, okay, that whatever's most personal is the most universal. So anything that you feel is more personal to you, dude, most of the people are going through that same thing. What happens there is, you know, because we develop shame for that thing, we feel that, you know, it's only us and we're bad people or there's something wrong with us, and we feel embarrassed if we share those things with other people. So sab kya karte hain? The entire world, the entire consciousness, the population in the entire world, everybody tries to hide those things. The more you hide that thing, the more charge it gets because you focus all the time on that. Alright, you're just trying to hide it, trying to suppress it rather than own it. So once you start to feel that you're special, I mean, things are not gonna work out for you, bro. This is again the snowflake syndrome. You think this dating advice will work for other people, but you think this won't work for you. Get out of it. This shit works for everyone. It might not take the same time. It might be taking different times for different people because you might have gone through different experiences. I understand that. But time is all it's gonna take. Moving on. Point number 4. You care too much about other people's opinions and you give too many fucks.
You give too many fucks.
So you feel that if you're gonna go out, your friends are gonna judge you. Your friends are gonna call you a creep. Or if you go out, what if the girl calls you a creep? What if other people see you talking to a girl and see you get rejected? Oh my god, that's gonna be so traumatic if people see you get rejected. I understand. If you have never approached someone, it might be traumatic. But you know, honestly, no one gives a fuck about anything. People do not give a fuck. The only person who gives a fuck about your life is you. Not even your parents give a fuck about you. Or, I mean, they do, they love you, they do give a fuck. I think I just took it a bit extreme. This is another channel, I'll get to the depth of it, okay? सीधा ही बोल रहा हूँ, your parents don't give a fuck about you. People are going to bro, dating advice चाहिए था. यहाँ पे parents भी भगवा दिया तूने. I spoke to my dad, bro. I was like, bro, dad, you don't give a fuck because shit said so. No. Slip of tongue, ठीक है? So, the only person who gives a fuck about you is you yourself. Other people literally don't care, dude. I'm standing out here, there are a lot of people walking by here and there, and they're just intrigued by what I'm doing, okay? They're not judging me out here, they're just seeing. So, if I go up to a girl, or if you, let's say you go up to a girl, you talk to the girl, and one of your fears is that what if people see me talk to a girl? So, once you talk to a girl, they're gonna turn and they're gonna see you talk to a girl. But their reality is that you cannot approach someone in public, right? That's everybody's reality. So, they're gonna backwards rationalize and tell themselves that this dude already knows the girl. And then they're gonna be on the phone, they're gonna be like, huh? Okay, back to their own lives. The thing is that people are too busy with their own shit. They do not have time to deal with your shit. So do not care about other people's opinion, dude. And also the thing here is that you cannot please everyone. If you go out to please everyone rather than pleasing yourself, it's not gonna work out. You'll never be able to do that. Dude, like me, a lot of people like my content, a lot of people hate my content. If you take the example of Shah Rukh Khan as well, a lot of people like Shah Rukh Khan, but then there are a lot of people who hate him. Like, who hate him for I don't know what fucking reasons, alright? There are people who hate Salman Khan as well. I'm not a big fan of Salman Khan. I mean, I like previous of his movies, but I'm not a big fan of him. Doesn't mean that he needs to stop doing what he's doing. He's not out there to please everyone. He should not be as well. Because the thing is that if he starts to please everyone, he's not going to be pleasing anyone. So even when you're going out and you're talking to people, and if you're worried about your friends, dude, if your friends don't support you in what you're doing, they're not your friends anyway. And if your friends are really your friends, they understand you, you want them to be around, they're going to support you with this thing. Do not give a fuck about your friends. Then start getting your life handled and start doing shit for yourself rather than being in reaction to other people, what they're going to think about me. You can never win that game. The reality is that there are some people who are going to love you and there are some people who are going to hate you. Never in your life will you be pleasing everyone. Get over that, move on. Let's get it going. Point number 5, you do not go out there to seek advice or you're not willing to change. What happens here is that we feel that we're above everyone. We feel like we know everything. It's more of like a narcissistic tendency that we feel that we're bigger than everyone and we don't need advice, alright? In reality, what's happening here is that you're just trying to protect your ego. Because if you tell yourself that I need advice, that means that whatever you've been doing is wrong. And you might be putting yourself on a really high pedestal. You might really like yourself. You might be doing shit for yourself. Your self-image will be in jeopardy if you start believing that you need advice. So if you can get to a point where you're like, okay, I do not know everything in the world. Okay, I'm only in my 20s or in my 30s. There are people in different fields who are experts who've been doing this shit for a long time, and I'm sure they might be knowing a lot of things which I might not be knowing. So I should go out there and get their advice. So another example of this could be that when you get sick, do you start to self-medicate yourself or do you go out and do you see a doctor? Let's say you want to do a surgery. Do you perform the surgery yourself or do you go see a doctor, a professional? You understand that that dude's put in 7-8 years of his life in that thing and he's much better than me. And if I were to perform a surgery, I'm going to kill myself. And that dude, because he's been studying so much, he's had so much of experience, he's going to save my life and he's going to also know what's been wrong. So rather than you trying to fix yourself, you let the other person fix you. Also, another thing that people do here is, what they do is that they think that, okay, they have a problem. So what they do is, they go there and they just start to consume information. They start to consume information. It's the same thing, dude. If you have a surgery, get a surgeon. Stop trying to be a surgeon. You're gonna waste so much of time, energy, and utti there you might just die. The time, energy, and everything just gonna go away, alright? And once it goes away, it's not coming back, dude. It's not coming back. The opportunity cost, the cost of you wasting that time, and that time coming back, it's zero. It's nothing. It's not gonna come back. Make most use of the time, the effort, the money, the energy, the age at which you're right now, the energy that you have, make use of it, alright? Do not fuck it up. Reason number 5 why you haven't been able to get a girlfriend is you sexualize it too much. Everything to you is about sex. And that comes off very creepy and very weird to the girl. She thinks you're just a fucking pervert. Do not do that. It's good in some situations. You want to be building sexual tension, that's okay. But when you sexualize it too much, you come across as a player or a fuckboy. She doesn't want to date you. Alright, what she wants to do, like, another one night stand. And if she's that girl who's not in for a one night stand as well, you're gonna end up pushing yourself away. Got it? Reason number 7, and this one is huge. Everybody, this is like one of the basic things in game. If you start to do game, if you want to learn about male-female attraction, if you want to learn about social dynamics, this is the number one thing. What you're doing is, rather than you trying to build attraction and sexual tension and creating a fun interaction with the girl, what you do is you get to boring conversations. You start asking questions. You're like, hi, what do you do? I want to know you more. You start knowing her. You start building comfort. You're like, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to drop you. Alright? I'm going to get your phone recharged. I'm going to buy food for you. You start supplicating. You start doing all the things that you're not supposed to do. So, the thing is that you start building comfort rather than you building attraction. And whenever you're talking to a girl, comfort needs to be there, but it needs to be later in the interaction. Let me give you the reality of a hot girl, alright? A girl that you might be interested in. She's getting hit on by everyone. Literally everyone. Everyone is hitting her up. Everyone is hitting her up to take her out. Everyone is hitting her up to, buy her shit. Everyone is hitting her up to pick her up and drop her. Everyone is hitting her up and ending up being friend zoned. Anytime you build comfort first, you're gonna end up being friend zoned, okay? While at the same time, the girl has so many of these guys, so many of these orbiters that we call in the pickup community, so many of these orbiters right around her who are always orbiting, offering her free shit, okay? But not building attraction. So if you're one of that orbiter, she already has that kind of people, okay? Although she has only limited time. And that limited time, she wants to invest in someone that she really likes, that she might be having a connection with, that she might want to go out with, or that she might want to just go out and have sex with and just have some fucking fun. But if you become like that orbiter and you end up being friend zoned, and rather than keeping her interest in mind, which is she wants to have fun, she wants to feel something, she wants to feel the attraction and that chemistry, you fall into the friend zone, always trying to know her, always trying to get that interview going, or always trying to offer her free shit. Dude, it does not work. You need to start at attraction. You need to build the fun and interaction and everything. And once you've built that, you've demonstrated value. And now is when she wants to know you. And now is when you should also be wanting to know her. Alright? Because now you've understood that this girl, I kind of like her, she's fun and playful, and now is the right time for me to get to know her. So, after you're building attraction, you get to know the girl, you avoid the trap of being in the friend zone, and this is like one of the biggest things, dude. People just do not start at comfort, okay? People have always been starting at comfort, do not start at comfort, start building attraction and fun, and create like a very fun interaction. So this is how you avoid the trap of being in the friend zone, and this is how you get the girl attracted to you as well. Simple thing, attraction first, comfort later. It's also gonna come, you're gonna be building the emotional connection, but later. You're gonna separate yourself from all the boys out there and end up getting a girlfriend. Reason number 8 why you haven't been able to get a girlfriend is that you only focus on attraction. You do not get to comfort. The previous point, when I tell people that you gotta get a girl attracted to you, alright, you gotta be fun, you gotta be funny, you gotta make her laugh, all these things. Once you do all these things, the girl does get attracted to you. But if you do it too much, you're gonna end up again being the player. You're just gonna end up, being the fuck boy, because you're always gonna be just sexualizing it. You're always gonna be creating fun. What she wants to do is, if she's meeting you and you really want the girl to be your girlfriend, okay, you just don't want her to be just like a one-night stand. What you need to do is, once you've built attraction, realize that you've built attraction now. Do not start to, spin the magic, and do not start to always be like, I'm gonna do more. I need to get her more attracted. The mindset is that get her attracted enough. Halka fulka attraction ho gaya, that's good. Now get to comfort. Start building an emotional connection. Start falling in love with her, okay? Start getting to know her better. Tell her about yourself. Tell her stories about yourself. Tell her the vulnerable things about yourself. What you like, what you don't like. Ask her, what does she like, what does she not like? How's the relationship with the parents? How was she as a kid in school? Was she a front bencher? Was she a back bencher? These kind of things I'm always asking girls, okay? When I'm trying to build a connection with the girl. So, do not get stuck at attraction. Once you've got that thing going, get to comfort, build an emotional connection, because only then is she going to be invested in you, and only then will you be able to go out there and have a girlfriend. Got it? Perfecto. Point number 9. Now by this time you might have been going out, you might have been talking to a lot of people, you might have been getting shit done, you might have gotten good at it, you might have gotten to an intermediate level where you can talk to a certain caliber of a girl, let's say 6s and 7s, you can approach people comfortably, you can build attraction, you can get girls interested in you, you start to get results. But now what happens is you can get the results only with 6s and 7s. So anytime you meet that girl that you really like, a girl who you feel is amazing, she's an 8 or a 9 or a 10, be aware to not push her away. Be aware that she's just a girl. Ground yourself down that she's just a girl. I'm here to focus only on the process. Get rid of that outcome dependency that you might have, because that's what's gonna get you nervous and get you needy, and that's gonna end up pushing her away once she senses that neediness. Do not fall into the trap of that. Reason number 10 why you haven't been able to get a girlfriend, the mistake that you make. This is the mistake that I was making in my life as well. This is a continuation of the previous one. You meet a girl that you're okay with, you're fine with, you're like, okay, this girl is attracted to me, I really like her. Then you stumble upon this girl who's really amazing. You're like, oh my god, ye bandi agar mujhe mil gayi na, if I get this girl, I'm going to leave pickup. I'm going to leave talking to everyone, I'm just going to settle with her, I'm going to get married to her. She's so amazing. Anytime you do that, you're again going to get stuck. And now what you're going to do is, you're going to meet her, you're going to get a number. This is different from the first one. The thing here is that you've developed the skill set, alright? You've developed the skill set to go up to her, to talk to her, get interested in you. And once you go up to her and once you talk to her, she does get interested in you because you're your amazing self. You're just going through life just being solo and single, just being like, oh yeah, fucking shit, dude. I'm going to focus on my shit. I'm going to do my shit. I'm going to go out there, talk to people, have friends, have a lot of fun in life, be adventurous and everything. You talk to her, you're adventurous as well, and she loves you. She instantly loves you because of all the effort that you put in over the years, learning pickup. So now she loves you. But now when you go back home, you get a number. You go back home, you start obsessing over that number. You start to believe that, agar mujhe ye ladki mil gayi, then I'm gonna get married to her. If I get this girl, I'm gonna get married to her. This is the girl that I can show to my parents. This is the girl I want all my friends to know about. And you text in the groups or you text your friend that, dude, I met this girl, I think I want to start dating her and this and that. So you start thinking ahead of where you are already. In present, you just got a number, right? She still wants to know you. You still have a long way to go. So here, you need to stop this fantasizing about a relationship or about something which hasn't happened yet. Stop going ahead of yourself. If something hasn't happened yet, do not fantasize about it. You're gonna psych yourself the fuck out. And now what you're gonna do is, now when you meet her next time or now when you text her, you're gonna be needy again. Because now you wanted to work. Now you wanted to work too much. And now you're not going to be your fun self. You're going to be the needy self. Those person that you were 2 years back. The shit that no one liked. And you start sending a needy text. You start double texting. You start calling her a bit too much. Rather than having fun with her because you haven't gone out on dates or be like, what you start doing is you talk to her about herself. Okay, tell me more about you, you know. I really like you. I really like you. And now you end up becoming too available. You forget all of the game knowledge. You forget all of the shit that you've learned watching my channel or coming on a boot camp. And you just end up catching feelings too fucking soon. The solution here becomes that if shit hasn't happened, do not think about it. Do not behave on that stage. Like if I met a girl and if I haven't had sex with her, I'm not gonna start thinking about making her my girlfriend. For me, I need to have sex with the girl before I make her my girlfriend. Because I want to know if the sex is good or not. Okay, that's one thing that's there in my mind. Even if it's not about sex, even if I haven't gone on a date with a girl, I will not be thinking about making her my girlfriend. Okay, only when I've gone on a couple of dates with her, I really like her. I like her because of the fun sexual tension that is being built up and the flirting that's been going on, and because we've been going out to the clubs and we've been dancing and I feel she's interesting and she's ambitious and all that stuff. I like her. And all of the fun stuff that we've been doing together, spending time with each other and ending up getting to know each other much better. And now I know her personality. I know how she is. Only then will I be thinking about, you know, I think this girl is nice. I think I'd want to date her. That's the time when I start thinking about this. And guys, I mean, it's nothing to feel bad about, okay? This was one thing that I really got stuck with. Every time I'd be going out, I'd be meeting a lot of girls. Like, I'd be meeting a lot of girls, getting results. But then I meet the one special girl. And I'd be like, yeah, this girl is amazing. This girl is amazing. And then I just keep thinking about her, call her and talk to her for like hours and hours. Not like cut it off and just be too fucking available and just be needy and everything. Being everything that she wasn't attracted to in the first place and not being anything that she was attracted to. Because when she met me for the first time, she loved me because I was on a fucking crazy rant or ramp or whatever fuck you call it. I was on it. I was like out there. I was doing shit. I had my purpose in life. I had shit to do. Being with friends, I had a lot of fun. I was a fun guy. But then when I meet her, I just let go of all the fun and be like, baby, you know, let's make some love. I love you, you know, let's get married. Oh my God, baby, you know, you're so special, so special. I just want to cuddle with you. I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to have fun. I just want to cuddle with you. And she's like, no, I did not sign up for this. Where is that fun guy? Where is that fun loving guy? Where is the guy who would flirt with me? Where is the guy who gives me butterflies? And every time I'd lose that girl. Till the time I sorted this shit out and realized what the fuck I was doing wrong. Point number 11, a bonus point. I thought of giving this out to you guys as well. This is going to be about the inner work. This is going to be about the inner shit that we have inside of us. So, if you feel that if you talk to a girl, she's not gonna like it. If you feel that sex is bad and women do not love sex, if you feel that girls are not interested in talking to guys, if you have low self-worth, if you have guilt around certain things, if you were teased in school of having a crush on this girl. I remember, dude, I was teased by my family members of having a crush on this actress. Okay, firstly they asked me, who's your favorite actress? And I go like, yeah, you know, Kajol. That was the time when Kuch Kuch Hota had come out. I was like 6-7 years old. And then everybody started teasing. They're like, oh, Kajol, oh, bob cut and this and that, da 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 da. I was like, this is so fucking shaming. And then after that, I started having, you know, blogs about just telling people who I like. At the same time, even in school, if you tell someone that you like a girl, you're gonna be shamed for that. So it's like, you know, you have certain shame inside of you of just liking a girl. And at the same time, you might be bullied because you like a girl. Or you might have gotten into fights because of, you know, you liking a girl. Your seniors or someone would have beaten you up during your childhood. So that does create a lot of trauma and creates a lot of blocks around just expressing our sexuality, okay? At the same time, you might have heard things from, let's say, your mother that, you know, always be nice to women. Okay, which you have to be definitely, but she might have said things like, do not go and talk to girls, okay, because you're gonna be weirding them out. Girls don't want to talk to you. Do not have sex. Women do not like sex. Or you might have heard certain things from your ex-girlfriends or from your friends that, you know, men just want just one thing, okay, which is just sex. That's what they want. At the same time, you might have heard things from your male friends being like, you know, all women are whores and sluts. They're always going to cheat on you. These are limiting beliefs. These create a lot of shame inside you. And these get you to a point where you do not own up your sexuality, where you cannot express what you're feeling honestly, where a direct approach is so much fearful for you. So what you want to do is you want to get some trauma healing done. You want to go for maybe a Vipassana, or you might want to do inner child healing or deep inner game. So if you're getting stuck in these things, sort it out. be aware of what the fuck that you're doing. Sort of all of these things, and by just understanding all this stuff, I'm sure you're gonna be getting crazy results in your game. Crazy results while talking to any girl that you want to be your girlfriend. With that being said, guys, that's gonna be all from my side. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you tell me what you want me to talk about next. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, guys, come on, just hit the subscribe button, spank it, smash it, demolish it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. That's gonna be all from my side. Peace.